Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Helena and today we're making something that in Swedish is called Janson's Frestelse. Literal translation would be Janson's Temptation. It is a Swedish dish as Swedish as they come. I don't even think they make them in Norway or Denmark. Now, another important addition to our smörgåsbord or smörrebröd. This is potatoes, anchovies, cream, etc. Unique, delicious, absolutely delicious. Let's start with preheating our oven up to about 450 Fahrenheit, which is around 225 Celsius. Let's get started. So, number one here will be to put a frying pan on with a tiny bit of butter, real butter. This is just so that the two small onions, or the one larger medium-sized onion, white or yellow that we have, which is here, we can pre-fry it up a little bit. Just a little bit to soften it up, okay? And that's it. And the rest of the onion, just going to slice it up so you can see how big of the slices I'm making here. Oops. Okay, and let's get that in as well. Just separate it as it goes in. We're not going to add salt on this time because we're mixing this with anchovies, and the anchovies itself got quite a bit of salt. The only purpose here is to soften the onion down a little bit. Okay, that's it. No more than that. Alrighty. Now, next is to take potatoes, raw potatoes. I'm using 3 the size I'm cutting up here. I'm cutting it in half. The other ones I've already sliced up. And what I'll do after that is just put them into slices this size. And after that, I'm going to slice it again. This time a lot finer. And this is what I'm looking for. I show you here. These are the potatoes, okay? Now let's slice all of our potatoes up and get a form for the oven. Okay, so the onion has been softened down. Let's leave this to the side and chill for a while. And let's turn the stove off. So the amount of olive oil that I'm adding on is this. We've got not more than that. It's a tiny wee bit. Now, our first layer in here needs to be potatoes. I'm taking the potatoes here that we chopped up. Looks like French fries, but shorter. And that's the first layer that we're putting in, okay? And make sure we separate them. We don't want to have extra large pieces or anything like that. Try to make them as even as possible. Okay, so most of this has been covered with potato, sliced up bottom. Now we're going to add on like half of the onion evenly Oh, it's a little bit more than half actually. And just let's make sure we spread it out. Okay, done. Now we're looking for the anchovies. Okay, so I've got one anchovies can open. It's a 100 gram, but I took out 3 for a sandwich. Now we're going to spread this over the potatoes more or less evenly. And the sauce left in the can we're going to use as well to spread over these potatoes, all right? So let's finish this up with, here's the sauce, here's the anchovies. Make sure we do this the right way so that they all get the taste of it, okay? There we go. There we go. And the sauce goes on top. Next is cream, heavy cream. I'm using one that you can whip actually. No sugar added to it. Make sure it goes on. And then we're going to do some potatoes, some onion, repeat the anchovies. Last layer needs to be potatoes. Okay, here's my form right now. Pretty much ready to go into the oven. What I've done is potatoes, onions that are pre-fried up a little bit, anchovies, then I put on potatoes, onion, anchovies, and potatoes. I've also had all of the anchovies spayed, like the sauce inside, the cans inside. I've got 2 cans of anchovies in, each one 100 grams, so 200 grams worth of anchovies with its liquid. And 3.5 large potatoes, about the size, plus a large onion. I had to cut down a little bit of ugly parts on, so let's say 1.5 medium-sized white yellow onion. No salt added. The form is smeared with butter and some olive oil at the bottom. Last thing I'm going to do here is add on some breadcrumbs. The fine one on top, like this. And I will cover this with tin foil because I don't want it to burn. I want to have it color, yes, but I'll take the tin foil off the last 10 minutes. And let's make sure we cover the corners and make sure it's tight on so that no extra heat goes through on one side and not on the other. And let's get that into our preheated oven. It's like 225 Celsius, around 450, 430 Fahrenheit. Goes into the lower part of our oven. Now, the amount of cream that I add in, by the way, it's 500 milliliters, which is about half a liter, okay? So half a liter of heavy, thick cream. It doesn't need to be the one you whip up. It could be any other kind, but heavy cream, alrighty? And this should go in the oven. So it should go in the oven on 225 Celsius, about 430, 450 Fahrenheit, for around 45 minutes. And again, I'm in a gas oven here. It's covered with tin foil. We're going to have to check it out after 45 minutes. It might need an additional 10, 15 minutes. You never know. Everything's got to get tested, alrighty? Now, whilst we're waiting for that oven, for the potatoes, this Swedish Temptation, Janson's Frestelse, it's delicious. Believe me, it's delicious. As long as you like anchovies, that's it. Alrighty? If you like the videos, if you like cooking with me, hit that like underneath. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you find the ingredients that I'm posting If not, knowing where you're from, I might be able to substitute it with something different, okay? If needed to be. I mean, if you're in Japan, it might not be the easiest thing to find Mexican ingredients or chili peppers and so forth. Maybe you don't have access to the tortillas. If you need recipes for how to make tortillas from scratch, whether it's the corn tortillas or the flour tortillas, please let me know. If you need how to substitute certain chili peppers, let me know as well, and I'll help you out with it, alrighty? So let me know where you're from. If you have any questions, for heaven's sakes, leave me a comment with them. I always go in and answer. Did you subscribe yet? No? What are you waiting for? I'm only kidding. Up to you. But you will find it easier to find my videos for when you actually want to cook one of the recipes, and you sure are helping me out big time. So let's just have patience and wait for that oven, okay? And we'll check on the potatoes in 45 minutes, alrighty? Okay, so here's our Janson's Janson's Temptation, ready. Now, I had this in the oven for 40 minutes, took it out, took the tin foil off, and added another 10 minutes of cooking time in the oven, just to get a nice finishing touch, like brownish, little bit of color to the Janson. Now, this is ready to serve. You might want to have it set for like 4 or 5 minutes, and as you can see, I already had someone raiding my kitchen. That was my daughter, and I said, no, you gotta wait until I get a picture. She said, Mom, sorry, already done, I can't wait anymore. So anyways, what you do is just basically take out the desired amount. We eat these normally in smaller portions, and ready to go. Now, thank you so much for watching here today, and that's it for today. Our Jansons is ready. Enjoy your meal. I will see you next video. Bon appetit.